guys, it's Aspon and welcome back to another episode on the Green SMP. Now I gotta say guys, it feels so good to be back. It's been, what, 1-2 months since we last streamed. I was feeling pretty burnt out of streaming, couldn't come up with original contents. Felt like, hey, if people are watching our stuff, why don't they just go watch the Dream SMP, or something like that. But I'm out of that funk now, I'm feeling better, and we are back not just for the Green SMP, but for the Green SMP Season 2. We started a new world last Tuesday, so it's been a week now, and I am so excited to be able to show you guys what I've been working on. I've been working hard like everyone else. We've got about 10 players on right now, and almost all of them are active. So, set up in a little new transition. Excited to show you guys that. And we are back. As you can see, I've got my new skin and everything. I'm a duck, and you see that I have got an Elytra on, or an Elytra. And no, disclaimer, I did not go out and get an Elytra myself, but what we did was A, we moved to a new server host, and B, that meant that we could install mods on the server. And so the mod we installed is the one that you've probably seen on big streamers, videos like Tommy and It, Wilburset, people like that, but we installed the Origins mod, which I wish I could show you the image now, but it's a mod that basically allows you to pick an origin in the beginning of the game, which will, actually I'm not going to spoil that yet, which will give you certain buffs and certain debuffs. And so if we go into the command menu quickly, you can see all of the options for origins that we have. Things like Florin, which would allow you to basically photosynthesize, gain your hunger without actually having to eat, but you're slow in hot and cold areas. You've got things like, let's see, you've got the Blazeborn, where you are immune to poison and hunger effects. You deal more damage when you're on fire, but you take damage to water and rain, and you spawn in the Nether. And so obviously it's super powerful in the late game, but in the beginning it provides a serious challenge for you. And so what I chose was the Elytrian. This right here. And if I press O, you will see this is the Elytrian. This is what I can do. Basically, I have Elytra wings without needing to equip them. This means that I can wear armor in the slot where I would normally have my Elytra. Every 30 seconds, I can launch about 20 blocks up into the air. If I do this correctly, I can even go 40, and I press this with the C key. Normally it's G, but I've changed the key binding. Aerial Combatant, you deal more damage while in flying mode. I haven't really tested this out yet, so I don't fully know how it works, but I've seen some results with it and it's pretty nice. However, I can't wear heavy armor. This means that the strongest armor I can have it while I can equip it onto the Elytra space and everything is just chainmail. And I've got that chainmail. I've done some serious grinding, but it is going to provide a serious challenge for me. And additionally, claustrophobia, being somewhere with a low ceiling for too long will weaken me, weakness effect, and make me slower, slowness effect obviously. And this applies to any space with a ceiling that isn't 4 blocks tall, and so I'm having to incorporate that into my builds as well, which is a lot of fun. And finally, brittle bones. I take more damage from fall damage and flying into blocks. I believe it's about twice as much. So that's also insane. But, yeah, now we're here. So, this is my base. It's a little lackluster at the moment. I've been playing for a week and everything. But, as you can see, I've got my banner. I've got a chest here with some stuff and a chest with some other things. I've got my chainmail armor. Pretty nice enchantments on that. My netherite pickaxe. Diamond gear. Totem of Undying. I'm living the good life. And I have also been working on one more mini project, which is this. As you can see, I have been working on a giant treehouse base in the side of this giant mountain. If you look at my coordinates HUD right now, I am at Y170, and this is what's below. You can see there's my villager trading hall over there. We've got some pipelines for one of the origins, which is a fish. What else? Got our wheat fields. Over there is the base of Cleek, who was active in the last season. And if we look over here, I believe we can see the house of Jams, who is a new player. So, I'm going to start by giving you a tour. I'm actively working on this right now. It's nowhere near done. So I've got all of my resources set up in this chest right here. And this is completely from scratch. I built a couple custom trees now. And I sort of just had the idea, hey, what if I made this thing sticking out of the mountain and it sort of came to life? So, actually, before I do anything, let's get our shaders on. So we can have a nice tour like that. I think that'll be nice. So, alright. There we go. Might be a little laggy at the moment, just because I've been having some connectivity problems, but that should be fine. So, we walk in from here, and immediately we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different platforms. It's a work in progress one. Right now it just goes to my AFK fish farm, which hasn't been fully decorated with foliage and everything yet, but I'm going to get to that. Additionally, all the way on the left side, we have a nice enchanting setup with this lovely glass railing as well as a view down below. If we turn around again. Oh, that's right, we have 5 paths because we also have this ladder, which I'll get to in a second. However, if we go to the left, we've got a couple workstations, a crafting table, a stonecutter, smithing table, anvil, and ooh, that's a little messed up. I forgot to mention, we also have the same data packs from the previous season installed. These are all data packs from vanilla tweaks and include things such as being able to sleep in multiplayer even if not everyone is in a bed. And another thing that allows you to make item frames invisible. Like so. As you can see above my HUD is also a coordinates setup, and that is my coordinates HUD, another data pack. But yeah. So you can see I've sort of got the same glass railing setup. This area is a bit more open, which is intentional. I've got a little bit of texturing on the floor, almost to make it seem charred. Next, from here you go back to the main area. If you go to the right, nice little nether portal setup, super covered in by all the foliage and everything. If we come around to here, you can see that it's all just leaves in the back. And coming over to here, we can see that we have a launch pad with this lovely see-through trapdoor setup, as well as a view of the area below. And then, if you come over to here, there's one more secret, which is that if you come down here, there is a ladder, which comes to my super smelting setup. And we have a normal furnace, smoker, and blast furnace, all of which are stocked with coal and ready to smelt. And finally, we have our ladder set up. Right now, if you go down, this just goes to my scaffolding. This is where I was initially working on the logs as well as the leaves. Got a water fountain for my way up. And if we come up here, there's one more route up. And by the way, there might be a bit of background noise at the moment. Let me know if you can hear that. I will see if I can do something about it. And also, tell me if the music is set up properly, because the volume is always a bit of a challenge. So, yeah, just let me know if it's all good. So, we came up the ladder. The first thing you see is this is my bedroom. This is a design I've been wanting to incorporate for a while. With this sort of sleeping bag looking setup on the lower slabs. Got a great view of the surrounding area, as well as our cats, Tesla Model S, and Pagani Zonda R. Now, if you come up here, this is what I haven't fully fleshed out yet. The sun's pretty bright. Sorry if that hurts your eyes, but yeah. If you come up here, you come into this one final gazebo with this gorgeous skylight, view over the whole area, and I'm not sure what I want to do with this yet. I'm thinking of either making it a lounge area, a garden, or a meeting room. And so that will come as I figure it out. Ooh, nice ray tracing. But if you guys also have any ideas, whether you're watching from the stream or from the VOD, do let me know about that, because I am totally open to suggestions. Now, it's about time to sleep, but maybe until, okay. Never mind. I was gonna say we could wait for the sunset so that we could see it with the shaders, but you just witnessed the first example of our multiplayer sleep data pack. So as long as one person sleeps, it will skip the night. You see over here I've got a little bit of branches unfinished. And what I'm going to do finally is I'm actually going to pop into spectator mode quickly. Just give you a little idea of what this looks like from the outside. So obviously there's some spots that still need to be fleshed out with the leaves, especially underneath, but this is the main look of the build so far. Underneath as well is something that I've been having to consider a lot. I'm working on getting the leaves underneath the whole tree. At the moment though, it is a little bare bones because it's mostly just on the level of the branches. But that's going to be my last priority, and that's what's really going to finish off the build. In fact, we can even go a bit further down and see that this is what the tree looks like at the top of the mountain. So, super proud of that, and I want to see if I can do a little bit of work on it this stream just to show you guys how I do it. Otherwise, yeah, it's mostly going to be a laid back stream, just introducing you to everything new that has happened. And I just realized that I forgot to turn my sounds back on. I think it has to be at around 20%. Let me know if that's too much or too little. And we're back. So, once again, this is where I started. This is where I've been expanding out into my base, but there's also been a couple other things that I've been working on down at the bottom, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. Oh, there's my cat meowing up there. So, first, let's do a little demonstration of the Origins ability. If I press C as an Elytrian, I shoot up into the air, and then I can use my Elytra to soar. And that takes us down here, where I've got my villager trading hall set up. So, as you can see, it's a little packed at the moment. I've actually had to move the beds down here so that they don't keep on making more. But this has been one of my big projects for the season early on, which is to get a massive trading hall, completely communal, which means that anybody can use it. And I want to get every type of villager, or at least all of the ones that are useful. People like cartographers, or like not fletchers, sorry. People like cartographers or leather workers, I'm just going to leave out because they don't give enough good stuff. But you can see we've got armorers, fletchers, which were insanely useful early game because we could trade sticks with them. Over here we've got farmers, weaponsmiths, fishermen, toolsmiths, clerics, and masons. And ooh, looks like one has already been converted into a zombie villager, which is nice because we can get him converted back in a low second. By the way, difficulty is hard. Figured I should mention that. But it's not that big of a deal for our newer players because, of course, we have the multiplayer sleep. So now, the real spectacle of this trading hall is the library setup. We basically have all the normal villagers on the right side and the library on the left. These guys all have insane trades such as sharpness, 30 emeralds, mending 22. We actually have an 18 emerald one further down. Fire aspect 14. Other things, I've tried to not go over 30. We have one that's 40 emeralds, and I'll get to that in a second, but I've tried to keep them all around the 20 emerald range, and then eventually I will be converting them into zombie villagers. I'm going to pause the music now, because I don't want to let it run on and then forget about it. But what's interesting about this is for the Enderians and the Blazeborns, those who can't touch water, we have a book called Water Protection, and this goes from levels 1 through 4. And this basically will give you more time in the water before it starts dealing damage to you. And trust me, this thing deals a ton of damage. I went Enderian last season, and it basically takes water out of the equation unless you have those books. So, it's a little laggy here, so I might try to move away. But yeah, we got water protection for 40 emeralds initially, and we actually have one for 36 now. So that's something that's really helpful to our 4 Enderians on the server, especially since the trading hall is communal. Also, over here, you can see that I've got an iron farm. This is once again Waddle's design from last season with the few tweaks that I had to make it functional. So you can see I just used my Elytrian jump again. And this thing's quite productive, so I'm happy about that. What else? Should probably talk about the seed itself. This seed wasn't just randomly generated, it was specially selected because it pretty much has all the conditions necessary for most origins on the server. You've got areas like the desert, where it doesn't rain and doesn't have water, which is really good for Enderians and Blazeborns, although they all built in the plains, so who cares about that? We also have this whole plains biome, which is just the general setup for everyone. Up here, we've got the mountain, of course, which is great for Elytrians who can fly, as well as an origin called Avian, which is sort of like the Elytrian. Can't fly, but they also fall slowly, as well as have to sleep at least 86 blocks up. And that's twice that, so that's also very helpful for these guys. What else? Over here in this cave is also vital because it is home to two origins. Or it can be home to two origins, which are the feline and the phantom. The feline isn't too crazy. Basically, you don't take fall damage. When you sprint, you jump up 2 blocks. However, there is some debuff with mining stone that I don't fully understand yet, but it basically means you can't strip mine or mine large chunks of stone. However, you can see during the night, you have constant night vision, and you also make creepers run away from you as if you were a cat yourself. So that's an interesting thing. You can see this is actually the base of a feline, which I can give you a better in-depth tour in a moment. But there's that. And what's really cool about this is that it can also be home to the phantom. And I'm not going to go too in-depth of the phantom now, but the idea is that they can phase through walls, which is insane. They are invisible when doing so, but they also burn in the daylight. So being under a roof or in a dark place is essential for them, and that's why that area is so useful. So now, what else can I talk about? A lot of us started over here. We've got a whole mesa biome set up into savanna again. And these pipes that you see are actually for a specific origin, and this is the Merling. Basically, the deal with the Merling is that, whoops, I did not mean to do that, is that the deal with the Merling is that they're basically just a fish. They can't breathe out of land, but they have tons of buffs in the water, such as always staying afloat, can breathe, can mine faster, swim faster, night vision, the whole setup. And so if you follow these pipes all the way down here, and by the way, I hate these pipes, they're going to be renovated soon, they can't just stay like the material of the land, but yeah, flows out into here, and then eventually, I just whiffed the electric jump, that happens every now and again, but eventually it leads over to our one Merling space, which is going to be this giant sort of fish tank. And so that is a super cool thing. So yeah, I wish I could actually get people on right now. I don't know where everyone is, but I'm pretty much just going to do an introductory stream this time around. So yeah, hope you guys like that. For the time being, let's get some music going. I already have a selection from last season. So I think we're going to play Queen's Gardens by Christopher Larkin. It's part of the Hollow Knight soundtrack, which is also a great game, so you should check that out. Okay. I want to see if there's any more introduction I can do. If not, then I think what I will do is I will do a quick intermission, and then I'll get back and start working on the tree. Oh, forgot to check the chat. Yeah, that's one of the Enderians talking. They say you should be able to see the chat actually. I don't know if it shows up on the stream preview. It does. Awesome. But yeah, building in a desert is definitely something I would recommend as an Enderian because you are once again invulnerable to the rain there. Unless you just want to get water protection. So this, I don't want to go too far in because that's technically intruding. But this is Cleek Space, the aforementioned Cleek. And he's a big technical guy. He's got a bunch of farms going up here, but he doesn't have his physical house yet. So, like he said, he might build it in a desert. Oh, there he is now. Hello. But yeah, as you can see, he's an Enderian. He's got the Enderman particles around him and everything, and he can throw Ender Pearls infinitely, which is super cool. But yeah, you've got this whole area, and I think this is home to a bunch of different people. You can see him actually taking damage from the water right there. Got seeds now. But yeah, it's home to, I think, around 3 people, all of which are Enderian, and he has started working on a sort of clan or just organization, I guess, which is all Enderian. He's also got a setup of flags and shields for them, which you can actually see over here. Because this is our 4th Enderian guy named Mario SJK. And this right here is the Enderman banner, which also goes on these shields. So that's super cool. Gems 2 went to sleep again. Showed you the iron farm. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you one more thing. So the name of the server is the Green SMP, and it's part of just a parody on the name of the Dream SMP, and also it was a joke about one of the players in the Green SMP, whose name is Green. And so this is his house right here. He is a Blazeborn, so he's starting to work on a lava setup. By the way, Fire Spreads is off. Figured I should mention that. He's got some sort of nether build over here. I'm not entirely sure what this is all about, but yeah. Here's another player who is actively working on his house. So, I think now that that is all said and done, I'm going to do a quick intermission quickly, and then I will catch back up with you in just a second. Alright, be right back. Okay, we are back, guys. Ooh, it looks like it started to rain. I made my way up to the top of the mountain, and what I think... Oh, yeah, that's right, when it rains, cleats are going to start getting melted. But now that I am at the top of the mountain, what I think I am going to work on is a bit of the tree. Show you guys how I do that. So, first, we got to grab all of the materials for doing this. Just all of our wood pallet things. Make sure we've got enough space for this, actually. Let's toss out some apples. And we don't need the ladders, so I think we'll toss that back in. Ooh, we got thunder and everything. Hopefully that won't affect the tree too much because, of course, fire spreads is off. But, yeah. I'm going to grab some of our lanterns as well as some fences. So, I gotta figure out actually where I want to build. I think this area is still going to stay very open. I think my enchanting area... Oh, whoops. Getting some lag on my keyboard. Gotta fix that. But the enchanting area, I think, is pretty much good. It's this area that needs to be fleshed out, but that's probably going to be coming last. What I might do is either work more out here or head up to the top of the tree. See if there's things I want to do there. Oh, the thunder is gone now. Okay. Well, first of all, this could probably use some fixing. I don't want these leaves to be too exposed. However, I also got to make sure that I can actually move in this path. And if I keep on overflowing it with leaves, that is going to be quite the challenge. But what I've been doing is that alright? Yeah, it's fine. I'm actually going to take you back for a second and show you my formula for doing this. So say we've got a branch here. This is the end of the branch. Actually, I'm going to move this back one. At the end of the branch, we will cover the thing completely on all sides except for the bottom. I'll usually place one block here and maybe extend it out there for some variation. Fluff up the top more. And then from there, we will start placing more sort of bits that stick out in odd angles sometimes, but that make it seem more fluffy in the end once you've got a ton of them going around. You can sort of see it coming up like this. Might put one here, might not, don't know. But if I was doing this, I would probably also add some leaves here. Keep this bit hollow to make it seem lighter. Then sort of round it off like this. Then from there, maybe I'll place a block here. So we got a corner going there. And then what I might do is if I need to light up the place, I'll place a lantern in here. Just cover that up with some leaves. And just like that, we've got a branch of the tree. And then once I get that done, you can see I've got all these connected bits. What I'll usually do is I will just stand on one of the tops of the branches, look at another one, and just spam in one direction until it rounds itself out better. And so, on the topic of spamming until it rounds itself out, this area right here could probably use a little bit of love. So I'm going to quickly take all this down. I'm going to pop up there and show you what I do. If you guys also want to give me any feedback on my mic, let me know if there's background noise. Let me know if my clicking is too much. I want to make sure that this sounds as good as possible for you guys. But yeah, you see this little gap? Looks like a bit of an awkward 90-degree angle. Could use a little bit of blocks right there to soften it up. So wow. That was a terrible demonstration. I tried to super jump up using my elytra and I completely flopped. But if we use some of these rockets, make our way swoop on up. And now, this bit, it could probably use a leaf block right here. So that's not a complete open space like that. But I actually don't want to extend it too much over here. No one's going to see this bit anyways. So I think that can take a bit of the hit there. Right here, could probably use a block. Soften it up since it's a bit of an odd edge here. Place a block there. Get more variation. Maybe one here as well. And then from here, what we could probably do is we could take out this block. Get it more open. Actually, I'm not going to do that since it's connected to the branch. We can take out this block right here and place it up here. all of a sudden, we've got a little bit of a nicer area here. And so, I completely forgot where the area I was supposed to tidy up was. I think it was right here, actually. So, if I just pop up, like so, and maybe just place a block here, and then, let's see, maybe we want to get something coming out like this, get that fluffiness, and then one right here. Lovely. So we've got that same bit of open situation here, but it's not a big deal. So now, we'll come down here, and bang. You can already see this looks infinitely better. So what I've also been doing is, this is a bit of an acquired taste. Some people might like this, some people might not. But as a way to incorporate lighting in this base, I have been adding smaller fences coming from the logs that act as just drooping branches, essentially. I've also got some chain action, make it seem like bits are being supported. But I've basically got the formula of hang these lanterns from the chains and then from the branches, and that just makes things a little more interesting. Sort of like, gives it just more sort of depth, because you can see the lanterns in the front and the ones all the way in the back. Just more detail in general. So, yeah, that's what I've got going on there. Hello, RexDoug99. I think you're a new viewer, actually. Awesome. I haven't had a new viewer on my stream in a little while, so it's great to see new people seeing what I'm working on. Since you just popped in now, basically, this is the new season of our SMP, and I was giving a bit of a tour on my treehouse base and then how I was building it. So yeah, thanks for popping in. So, this bit here, I'm actually going to go into spectator mode quickly, give you a little example, because the one thing that I really hate about building these trees is when I make a big branch that sticks all the way out, and then when I put the leaves out on it, it doesn't actually seem like it's connected to the rest of the tree. It just seems like its own separate branch that's just a little bit fluffier. Oh, thanks for the follow, RexDuck99. Really appreciate it. So, what I think I'm going to do, I might try and round out a bit up here, and kind of forget where I started from, but this whole area could probably use a bit of tidying up. You can see this area here, it's already been rounded out, but I think I'm going to work from here. So, let's go back into survival mode. Hopefully I landed in the same place I was at before. And I think we will start right here. So, this area, I gotta do a bit of thinking here, because one thing that I really like about this area is how you can actually see, if you come over, let's say, to here, how you can actually see out a little bit. Gives you a little sense of, like, light and everything. So I want to try and preserve this little gap, but at the same time, maybe get some leaves coming up like so, sort of rounded out around that gap. That just make the whole thing seem a little more complete. So we can probably use a bit right here, maybe a bit here, a bit here. One thing we constantly have to do is to come down here and make sure we've still got this sense of lighting. Thankfully, we've still preserved it, so I'm super happy about that. Actually, while I'm here, this area can probably use a little bit of love, so I'm going to try fly into this gap, block here, okay, and then maybe we will come around here and break this block, just so that it seems a little more full in this area. So that, I think, looks good. Cool. So now, let's see if we can get a good view from out here. We can't really see from here, although, let's get a bit more in here before we pop into spectator mode again. And then, once we have done that, I gotta leave this open so that we still have that depth. But once we do that, we'll maybe pop back out again, see that we've sort of been rounding out this area a little bit more. Can't stick it out too much or else it would seem awkward, but I'm feeling pretty good about that now. Oh, nice. Jams is trading. Can actually see her all the way down there. Cool. Okay. So, what's next? Let's go back up to here. See, is there anything we can do up here? Yes. This area, probably just use a little bit of spamming super quickly. Oh my gosh. I just got a restart notification on my PC, and that froze everything, so sorry about that. Okay, got a bit there. What we can do now is we can take out this right here, plop one in right here, maybe a bit of this, bit of that, bit of that. Beautiful. Now this is looking a bit too straight, so we can put that there. Then maybe we will plop a little action right here, and then right here. And so, while I'm building this, it's also important to take into account my own debuffs as an Elytrian, because with claustrophobia, I have to be in a 4 tall space pretty much at all times, or I'm going to get those weakness and slowness debuffs. So I'll show to you in a second how it looks, and how I'm building around that. Let's get some fluffing up right here. Maybe take a look from this side, make sure it looks all good. Looking pretty good. So, this is a good example. I actually want to test. Do leaves give me weakness and slowness? They don't, because they count as transparent blocks. But, yes, RexDog99, this is the Origins mod. So, yeah, tons of fun, and it's not too hard to get on your device. So, yeah. I gotta get to a better place. There's no solid blocks right here. So, as I was saying, this is a great spot because I've had to work around this. There's not much I can do about this area just because I've really wanted to preserve like that closed-in feel. But if I were to stand under this block for too long, check it out. I've now got weakness and slowness, which you can see in the top right. This can build up, I think goes until around 3 minutes or so, and then it will wear off, but this is something I'm gonna extend my screen quickly. Looks much better. But yeah, this is something that I do have to take into account quite a bit. And so leaves aren't a problem, but branches are, so I just have to make sure that I've got a bit of clearance at all times when working on this. Here's another example. I can't really access this head-on unless I'm standing right in front of the table. So, what's next? How long has the stream been? 38 minutes. Beautiful. Down here, I'm still plotting what I'm going to do down there. I might actually have a sort of pathway leading to a meeting room or something like that. And on that note, the SMP itself, I'm a very building-oriented player, but what we're going to try to do is we're going to try and incorporate a bit of lore into the streams. I don't know how much. I don't know like how good, to be honest, we are going to be at doing it just yet, but that is a long-term goal that I have for the SMP. So hopefully that's something that you guys can look forward to. This area right here could use a bit of fluffing up, so I'm going to do that. Also, leaves. Got to keep tabs on these at all times because they're pretty easy to get, but they're also pretty easy to run out of. Maybe let's get a bit of spamming action there, and I've fallen down, but that should be just a little bit more complete right there. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but you get the psychological feeling of it. So, it is what it is. Okay. What's next? Let's pop over to here. This bit I've always been a little iffy about. I don't know if I like how this sort of like sticks out here without actually having a guardrail. So I might actually plop that in for a second, see how I feel about it. Nope, I can't do that because these are bottom slabs. Whoops. But yeah, that's sort of just sticking out there. I kind of like it. How long ago did season 2 of the SMP start? We started on Tuesday, so it's only been a week of progress. The last one went for about 2 or 3 months, I believe. and it slowed down a lot around the end. I stopped streaming in that time, but we had our other streamer whose channel is Yankee Clipper YT. Definitely check him out. We had him constantly streaming, and so I popped in for those, and we started the Origins mod itself around the last couple weeks of season 1. So this season is a brand new season. We've sort of like fleshed out our goals and like what went well, what didn't go well. And so I think this is going to be a much more complete season in that sense. Let's flip this up a little. Cool. Alright, how's this looking from here? Might be a bit too hokey in a sense. Maybe get one right here. Make it seem like it's sort of just puffing up around there. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I might just leave it as it is. I could put a leaf here, but that blocks the chains, so I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, Season 2 is quite new. I'm pretty proud of all the progress I've made. I've been playing a lot, I will admit, but yeah, I am still very excited to see what I can come up with this season, and the treehouse base is just the start of it. So this could use a bit more depth coming up here, so I'll put some leaves maybe here, and maybe one right here. Might lose this leaf, but that's not a huge problem. Is this bit too open? Not sure. No, Doodle's on. Doodle is another player who joined, I think, halfway into Season 1. And they are the owner of the base down in the cave, so they are the feline. You can probably see they've got a cat skin and everything. So, what I might have to do now is I might have to craft up some shears quickly. Might need to drop off a few things, but I want to put together, I want to get some more leaves so I can keep on working on that because I ran out pretty quickly. So, I should probably drop the oak fences and all the oak stuff because I don't really need that at the moment. I don't really need these logs. What else? Cobblestone. Cobblestone's a good scaffolding block, so I'll hang on to that, but actually I'm just going to toss this single one over the side. It's taking up a bit of space. Redstone, do I have redstone in the chest? No, I don't. So I will just drop this off. Maybe, oh, I can craft this up into blocks actually. I will craft this up into redstone blocks. Plop those back in, and actually I've run into the same storage problem all over again. I gotta increase this at some point. It's definitely been a problem. What I think I might just do is make some more double chests. Just plop them right here. Like so. Okay. So, now that I've done that, now would be a good time to get some more leaves. So I'm also going to show you a bit, well first I can do a nice little demonstration of this launch pad. But I'm going to head over to the iron farm. Show a bit of how productive it is. I think there were maybe 5 or 6 stacks when I checked. Could be a huge exaggeration, but coming here. Is this guy coming down? No. Okay, this is one problem with the iron farm that I might need to fix eventually. The iron golems get stuck on this block right here, and sometimes they don't go in, and that stops productivity. That wasn't the first time I've had that problem. I actually added these slabs in because the design itself just wasn't doing great on that front. But other than that, it works quite well. You will see that in this chest right here. Beautiful. For now, I just need 2 iron ingots because I'm just going to make some shears. And we planted a whole forest over here, more specifically Doodle did it, and I'm just going to come over here, just grab all the leaves until my shears break. And we can probably get around maybe 3 stacks with this, which is pretty good. And we will move back on to building up the thing. So, what to talk about? I'm not sure what my long-term plans for the season are yet. I know that up there, while it is quite a nice base, it's not going to be my final base. I sort of have a habit of kind of just building things wherever, So I'll be building a lot of just random things that might not even make sense all the time. But yeah, it's all just for fun. So you will definitely see a lot of that. Not going to need these saplings, so I'll just leave those behind. But yeah, I tried to build a mega base on the last season. I basically did. I don't think any of it ended up on camera, just because I had stopped streaming by then. But I actually built a gorgeous mountain lodge that I was quite proud of. I never got to decorating the inside of it, but I liked it so much that I might even try rebuilding it on this season. So yeah, that could happen. And I've never really done a mega base before that I've stuck with, but this season might just be the one where it happens. Now to get up the mountain, typically go into flying mode, boost up, and then hop into this waterfall right here. And then swim all the way up. And just like that, we are at the top of the mountain again. So, yeah. Now we've got about 3.5 more stacks of leaves to work with. Nothing in here. And so we can just see what we have to do again. In terms of underneath the logs, this is where it gets a little challenging. Basically what I do is I just have them droop down in a couple blocks. Maybe I'll like cover up one log. Something along those lines, but I've always had a little bit of trouble with the detailing underneath the logs, so that's something that I've been working on this season. I think I've gotten a pretty good handle on that. So yeah, just letting them know. So now, what else could use some love over here? This is a little janky. Maybe put one block there and one here. We could try connecting it up in this area. Oh, my voice is getting a little hoarse now. I haven't spoken so much in a while, so sort of not used to it, but okay. This is a little more connected now. I like this sort of natural arch it gives. I might even try extending it here. And then maybe right here, so. Dude is going off on a whole tangent right now. Apparently they are not big fans of crossbows. But, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Might try fluffing it up a little around the edges right here. And, let's see. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Also, I just checked my viewer list, and it looks like I've got 4 people viewing the stream right now. It's a bit of a surprise since it doesn't say so in the top of Twitch Lab, but yeah, thanks so much to DroopDog, Lemon Juices 12, and Cleek for tuning in. I'm gonna actually check out my stream quickly, see if I can see it a little better. Yeah, it still says 1 viewer, so I don't know what the deal with that is, but yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Appreciate having you here. Alright, from here, we can probably get a little bit of droopy action right there. But I gotta be careful with this because I don't want to let it get too close to the whole setup here. This, I'm not sure about this. I could try connecting it on the side, but that just might be a bit too much. So now, we can come over to here. Salmon, apparently. I did not know this. Okay. Let's take a look, jump up. And so I wonder if this area could use a little bit of fluffing. Nah, that's fine. Cool. So, got a nice bit of progress on the tree farm. Should also probably explain, I do know that AFK Fish Farm loot tables have been changed in 1.16, and that I can't actually get enchanted books or whatever from this. But this is actually just for the fish themselves, so that I can get the loot drops, or so that I can get the fish to trade with the villagers. Yeah, it's fine. there's also quite the balance between like what branches you want exposed and what you don't want exposed, because not everything, like, oh my god, did my PC really just restart? Sorry about that. My PC just tried to restart on me. I don't know if I'm still here, but that was quite something. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm still here apparently. What just happened? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I will try and restart now. But my PC just tried to restart on me, and that crashed Minecraft apparently, so I guess I'll just try loading it up again. And so I should also probably mention, for anyone who's watching the stream right now, I will also be uploading these to the... I will also be uploading these VODs to my YouTube channel. Same username, Aspon. If you could check that out, maybe drop a subscribe, that would be super nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Apparently, did the stream start anew? It says I've only been going for a minute. Might have to check that, but... Huh, that's so odd. Okay. But we are back. Hopefully we should see that. Yeah, I can see that on Twitch Studio. Okay. Well, we are back now. Cool. Looks like it's nighttime. Hop on up. Go to sleep. I don't need to go to sleep. And yeah, looks like that's all fine. Let's get some music going again. I think I'll play another Hollow Knight track. Fungal Wastes. That'll be nice. Okay. So, let's see. I think I might take a break from working on this for the time being. So I'll just pop all of my building resources back into here. Got some sticks in my inventory that I can just get rid of. And now I think I might just run a couple errands. My main source of emeralds right now is the iron farm. Got a bunch of villagers over there that will trade 4 iron ingots for 1 emerald. So I'm just going to snatch up as many of these as I can. Just wait for this guy to die. And then, once that's done, we shall move on to trading. And so, streams are interesting. I haven't actually been streaming for a whole lot of time, just for some reference, like information about me. I started in December on Green SMP Season 1, and yeah, I've sort of been trying to just figure it out as I go. So if there's anything that I'm doing wrong, things that you think I could do better, suggestions, just let me know, because I definitely want to improve the viewing experience. So one thing that's also been interesting is that as a new content creator, a lot of my content is sort of just going to be me monologuing at first, because one thing that bigger streamers do is talk to their chat a lot. I don't have that at the moment, so that's pretty much a thing that I have to earn, in a sense. And for the time being, a lot of it is going to be sort of just talking about what I'm doing and giving my own commentary in that sense. But I do quite hope that I can build up a community. And yeah, just have fun. You can see Jams is running around over there. Forgot I had my zombie villager over there, but you know, keep trading with these guys. And I can trade one more ingot, and then I'm out. Got stack in 22 right now. That should be... Hold on, gotta get the rest of the levels in here. Oh, there are none left. Okay. Empty here. Grab the ones in there. And now we can see what we want to do with these levels. I don't think I need to trade anything right now. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Sweeping Edge for my sword. I actually have the book right here. But, come over to here. The sword itself... Yeah, I know. I'll fix him in... Hold on. Zombie villager? Question mark? Nope. I can cure it. But yeah, that's just a part of the process. I will get all the villagers zombified, and then I will cure them, and that will lower the costs of their trades. So, like I said before, oh yeah, I just got a Windows notification saying that it couldn't restart. That's annoying. I'll restart later tonight. Make sure that's taken care of. But I try to toss this on here. 37 levels. So that is something that I'm going to have to work towards. So what I think I might do is I'm going to see which villager trades. You can see these guys trade just 1 emerald for resources, although I don't really need... Don't do that. It's not that hard to accidentally hit it. Or to not hit it, rather. What do I want? Get apples. I don't really need food. Maybe I could trade with the clerics or something. Maybe get some redstone, some... Maybe I could trade with the masons. Yeah, sweeping edge is quite expensive, especially if you've got all the other enchantments on it. So, let's just see. This guy's the zombified one. So I think I can trade with these guys. Not really. So I think I will do the clerics right now. I need to level up these guys anyways. So let's start with this guy. Get the redstone taken care of. Trade with this guy as well. Get a nice amount of levels. Move on to this guy. Beautiful. So this guy's already a master, so I don't need to worry about that. No problem. So I'm just going to keep on leveling up these guys. So I shouldn't do redstone dust anymore since it doesn't get me anything. But I can work on the lapis now. Get a bunch of that. Level this guy up. Same over here. And then we'll move over to here. Get some lapis from this guy. That should get all these guys to journeymen now, I believe. Yep. So the next trades are glowstone, and that's super expensive, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I've gotten up to 27 levels now, so that is a huge plus. Now, I think I might just grab some redstone. I think that is the best solution for now. Yoink. Cool. Okay. Might have been a nitwit, might not have had a workstation. I don't know if you're watching the stream right now, Jams, but you actually have to have one of these workstations in front of the villager, or else you won't be able to trade with it. Unless it's locked already, then you'll be fine. So, what's on the agenda now? Gotta keep track of my streaming time. I believe I've been going for 55 minutes now, but since the vids got split up, possibly, I don't really know how it's going to turn out. What I might actually do is, if you excuse me for a second, I'm going to check out Twitch and just see what happened to those videos. Okay. So, my VODs will also be recorded. Oh, whoops. It's playing my own video. My VODs will also be recorded in Twitch. That's how I download them and everything like that. But, if I can check out my videos somehow. Okay, they did get split up. So that's something that I'm going to have to fix. That's fine, though. I can just put those together in a video editing software and then just upload them to the VOD. So it's not a huge deal. But, this was sort of an impromptu stream. I didn't actually plan to stream this season, but what's happened is basically that Yankee Clipper YT, the other streamer on the SMP, someone installed a virus on his computer and basically bricked it. So he is trying to recover it right now, and for the time being, he will not be able to stream. So he asked me to do it, so that is the responsibility that I am taking up. He might be able to play on a separate laptop, but he won't be able to stream it. So I shall be the sort of, what's the word? I'll be the one who keeps the footage and the progress and, you know, that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Like I said before, it's just a pretty impromptu stream. I'll have more of a plan for my next stream. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I've gone for about, I don't know, hour and 10 minutes, maybe hour and 15. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are excited to see more of the work on the SMP. I gotta get this. Yeah, there's the tree. Hope you guys are excited to see what happens with the tree and the other things I build and everything else. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching the VOD, thanks for being interested. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.